Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. While reiterating the Holy See's commitment to do everything possible to place itself at the service of peace in Ukraine, Vatican Secretary of State Cardinal Pietro Parolin told Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov over the telephone on Tuesday that the fighting must stop in the Eastern European country. During his conversation with the minister, the top Vatican figure conveyed the Holy Father's concern about the intensifying conflict in Ukraine. He also appealed for humanitarian corridors to be set up for rescuing civilians and for the safety of aid workers. Meanwhile, Russia's Interfax news service quoted the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as saying that both the Vatican and Moscow hopes that the next set of negotiations between Ukraine and Russia will take place soon, and that a consensus could be attained on significant issues aimed at ending the war. Russian news agencies reported that humanitarian corridors were opened in Kiev and 4 other cities on Wednesday. As the Russian onslaught in Ukraine continues, neighbouring Poland is offering safe shelter to hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian refugees. On March the 8th, the chairman of the Polish Episcopate, Archbishop Stanisław Gądecki, met with some of the refugees for dinner. Greeting the Ukrainians, the Archbishop of Poznan welcomed them on behalf of his brother bishops and on behalf of the whole nation. Addressing the women and children from Ukraine during dinner against the backdrop of International Women's Day, the prelate stated, "We want to express our gratitude to the refugees that they chose Poznan. We want to say that the Catholic Church sees them willingly, that we try to help, as far as possible, those who came and also those who stayed." The gathering was held in the Society of Christ's main residence in Poznan, where 50 refugees are being accommodated. Soon, a Ukrainian family will dwell in the Archbishop's house. During the meeting, Archbishop Gądecki presented flowers to the women, and a girl among them recited a Ukrainian poem about the motherland's defenders in response to his wishes. The UN International Organization for Migration has revealed that at least 2 million refugees have fled to neighbouring countries as the Russian invasion of Ukraine entered its 13th day on Tuesday. Spokesperson for the organisation, Safa Maseli, said on Twitter that out of the 2 million who have fled, 100,000 are not Ukrainian nationals, terming it the fastest growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. The UN said that rescue operations are going on in the major cities where people are trapped as food, water and medical supplies are diminishing. On Tuesday morning, the city of Sumy was made a green corridor with the first stage of evacuations getting underway. A temporary truce was declared by Russian troops. Earlier attempts to evacuate people had ended in failure due to heavy Russian attacks. Reinforcing the right of parents to supervise the curriculum of their wards, the Senate of the US state of Florida passed the parental rights in education legislation on Tuesday. Although the bill has invited much criticism, its supporters say that it reiterates the rights of parents and prohibits the teaching of sexuality right from the kindergarten through 3rd grade. The bill will now proceed to Governor Ron DeSantis for his signature. If he signs it, the law will come into effect on July the 1st. Earlier, the governor had indicated his support for the bill, adding that discussing sexuality with students in kindergarten through to the 3rd grade was inappropriate. Once enacted, the law will allow parents to file lawsuits against the school districts in cases of violations. On the other hand, opponents of the bill say it is a full-fledged offensive against LGBTQ students. There seems to be no end to the violence in Nigeria. In the latest incident, a Catholic priest in the state of Kaduna has been kidnapped by insurgents. The kidnapping took place in the early hours of Tuesday, with the assailants killing a security guard before abducting Father Joseph Akete of St. John's Catholic Church in Kudenda. It is reported that the insurgents opened fire indiscriminately before barging into the church. It is also feared that a woman and her 2 children were taken along with the priest. In a separate incident, gun-wielding attackers killed at least 62 members of a vigilante group in northwestern Kebbi state on Sunday. According to Usman Sani, head of the Yan Sa Kai vigilante group, they had planned to attack the assailants, but a source then tipped them off. The UK's Physician Regulatory Agency has vindicated a doctor who was banned from performing therapies to reverse the effects of the abortion pill. The probe revealed that the complaints filed by Dr. Jonathan Lord against Dr. Dermot Kearney were baseless. Dr. Kearney helps women who wish to reverse the effects of the abortion pill. He became mired in controversy in April 2020 when Westminster introduced the Pill by Post initiative that permits women to procure an abortion by mail. After it was introduced, Dr. Kearney began to help women access the abortion pill reversal protocol. It involves getting a prescription for progesterone to counteract the abortion pill mifepristone if it is taken within 24 to 48 hours after the first dose. Dr. Kearney was prohibited from undertaking such efforts after pro-abortion MSI Reproduction Choices filed a complaint. Believers in the Archdiocese of Seattle in the USA are rejoicing as the Holy Father Pope Francis has given them a new auxiliary bishop. Father Frank Schuster, who is serving as vicar of St. Vincent de Paul Parish in Federal Way, Washington, has been chosen as the new bishop in the Archdiocese. The announcement was made on March the 8th by Archbishop Christophe Pierre, the Apostolic Nuncio to the United States. Born on May the 20th, 1971 in Mount Vernon in Washington, the bishop-elect earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Washington in 1994 before joining the Mundelein Seminary in Illinois. He was then ordained on June the 12th in 1999. Archbishop Paul Etienne of Seattle has welcomed the new appointment. Bishop-elect Schuster will assist the Archbishop along with Bishop Eusebio Elizondo ad multos annos to the bishop-elect. Armenia has accused neighbouring Azerbaijan of violating the truce between the countries and killing one of its soldiers and wounding another. According to the Armenian Defence Ministry, Sergeant Harach Manasaryan died while being taken to hospital after his army unit came under Azeri fire near the village of Yerask that borders the Azerbaijani enclave of Nakhchivan on March the 7th. On the other hand, the Defence Ministry of Azerbaijan blamed Armenian soldiers for violating the ceasefire by opening fire at Azeri troops positioned east and west of Nagorno-Karabakh during the weekend. It is reported that Azerbaijan Defence Minister Zakir Hasanov ordered his troops to retaliate. However, Yerevan has rebuffed the Azeri narrative. Yerevan has also appealed to the global community to assess the situation. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.